Whole bits, there's biscuity and creamy and custardy bits too, and someone's even chucking some rosemary in because why not? Preparing plated desserts for Bake Off The Professionals at 8. Channel 4 News, first though, with Frei in London and Cathy Newman in Leeds.
Georgia on his mind, and New York and Florida and Washington. Donald Trump will divide his time next year campaigning for the presidency and avoiding jail. Good evening. What does the future hold for Donald J. Trump? The Oval Room in the White House, or a small rectangular one in a state penitentiary? The question has never been asked about a presidential candidate before, and it has become more urgent with the latest indictment. This one uses a law usually reserved for organized crime. It covers Trump and 18 associates, and it concerns his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election in the swing state of Georgia. The difference is that if the jury find him guilty there, he faces a minimum of 5 years in jail, and he cannot use any presidential pardon to free himself. No wonder that Georgia really is on his mind.
And good evening from Leeds. Also on tonight's programme, record wage rises put further pressure on the Bank of England to raise interest rates once again. 3 Bulgarians living in the UK are suspected of spying for Russia. They've been arrested and charged under the Identity Documents Act. And 2 years since the Taliban returned to power in Afghanistan, we hear from one of the thousands who fled, the former Minister for Women, still living in a hotel in Kingston to this day.
The international politicians, all the international politicians have failed.
Donald Trump now has 10 days to turn himself in after a court in Georgia accused him and 18 others of attempting to overturn the result of the 2020 presidential election there. In other words, knowingly and willingly joining a conspiracy to subvert the will of voters. Mr. Trump has described the charges as a witch hunt, claiming that he would be completely exonerated. But this is one case in which he cannot pardon himself even if he is elected president. Our Washington correspondent, Siobhan Kennedy, now reports.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find